Fix it, fix it. Well, this is not my usual filming location, but that is besides the point. You know why, guys? Because this video is still going to be absolutely insane. What is going on, you guys? It's 𝗦𝗛𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔 here, and today I'm not in Florida. I'm actually in North Carolina. I'm up here for Thanksgiving break, but that's not going to stop me from making more videos. We're on the daily grind YouTube to 10,000 subscribers, so how could I stop now? We're going to keep on posting. Today, we have an insane video for you planned. A couple weeks ago, I had a competition at 𝗦𝗛𝗢𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗦 Ninjas in Tampa, and it was a crazy competition. Some of the coolest obstacles I've ever seen in a National Ninja League competition, in my third elite competition of the entire season. You guys are gonna have to watch until the end to see if I win the whole thing, if I can finish the course, if I can complete some of the crazy obstacles seen on the show. Even the Slippery Summit is in this course, guys. If you don't remember the Slippery Summit, it was in Miami, I think season 9 or 10, and there was a full-scale replica at this gym that was put in the course. So crazy. There's also a sideways board obstacle, a swinging propeller. This course is insane. You guys are also gonna have to watch until the end to see if I crash, burn, and fall. It's gonna be a tough course, guys, so we're gonna see if I can be able to complete it. So before we get into the run, I just want to say thank you so much to Ralph at 𝗦𝗛𝗢𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗦 and everyone else at 𝗦𝗛𝗢𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗦 who put on the course, because you could really tell the effort and the time that went into this course, and the competition ran very smoothly. So thank you so much to everyone at 𝗦𝗛𝗢𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗦. Now let's get into my run. So the run started off pretty swimmingly, one might say. I started off on the spider wall and scampered through it like a little rabbit, and then reached up to the floating monkey bars, did one move, and dismounted right off. You know, we get through those obstacles quickly. I didn't want to risk missing and getting tired for later, because I knew this course was going to be hard later on. So obstacle 2 is the cliffhanger. You usually go all the way across. These were pretty thick, nothing too bad. They're pretty rudimentary, but it was just a little bit of a time waster that you had to pull through, so I just made sure not to waste any extra energy on it. Obstacle number 3, this is where the difficulty starts to ramp up. Starts off by jumping up to a backwards cliffhanger, then you must lâcher to these wide bunny ears, and then from the bunny ears, you had to go to a doggy door, which is a pretty sloped, angled board, and then after the doggy door, you had to go to an even wider set of bunny ears. These were like my full wingspan almost, so they were a little harder. And then after that, you had to go to a UFO, and then from the UFO, lâcher to the switch grip. And the UFO tilted a lot more than I expected. It was set right in the middle, so if you grabbed any side of it before the other, it would tilt immediately, and that took out some of the top ninjas in this competition. Then after you caught the switch grip, you had to go on the angle platform, and the thing about this was you weren't allowed to grab the top, so when you landed on the angle platform, you had to grab the sides and stick it, and it was super slippery, so that was also pretty tricky. Then moving on to the balance, this wasn't too bad. All you had to do was just step in the middle and make sure you had it. I stepped in the middle, rolled across, and then stepped in the middle again, and I was good. And then moving on for the balance, just a normal pegboard as well. You had to go up the pegboard, and you could dismount at any time to get to the mat on the ground. So I went up the pegboard, kept going, and then once I got to about 2/3 of the way through, I was like, I'm done with this pegboard. I don't want to do any more of it. So I just dismounted, got right out of there, moving on to the next obstacle. And guys, this is what I talked to you about in the intro. This is the Slippery Summit from American Ninja Warrior. Guys, this obstacle is absolutely crazy, and can I just say I feared for my life the entire time. Let's watch it. Yep, so as I was going up, I went up, I landed it, and then it came off. And I fixed it, took another backswing, went up, landed, it came off. I thought I was going to die, guys. I was absolutely terrified for my life. I knew if that thing came off and flew off, I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. So I kept going, just trying to survive, basically. And then I finally found a rhythm when I got to the top. And then on the way down, I started going down and just moving, linking. And I thought I was home free until the last move, it came off again. Guys, I was just like, get me off this thing. So I just dismounted, got off. After getting off that thing, I was so relieved because I knew only a few of the top ninjas made it past that. And now you think that might be the hardest obstacle, but no, the difficulty gets even higher. This next obstacle took out some of the top ninjas in the competition as well. You had to lâcher from a bow tie, over to a fidget spinner, and then from the fidget spinner, I went on the front of it so I could get a better lâcher to the next hold, which was a downwards propeller that spun 360 degrees. It was so spinny, and if you caught it the wrong way at all, you were done. Basically, you had to lead out with one hand and then place them both at the same time. It's a really technical move that if you don't train a lot of that kind of stuff, it's really hard to do. And I don't do a lot of that stuff, so I was a little nervous going into it. But once I grabbed it, I was super happy. But I was starting to feel a little tired at that point. So I started swinging, and I was like, please hold on. And then I caught the flywheel and then went across the dungeon. I don't know if you've seen the dungeon for American Ninja Warrior, but it was a replica of that. And then go across and dismount. 2 obstacles to go, and this next one is no joke. You had to go salmon ladder transfer, and then from there you had to arch super hard and lâcher to an unstable bridge board, and it was tilting downwards. Then from there, you had to lâcher to a sideways board. And this thing was hard, especially when you're tired. After all that obstacles, especially the slippery summit, my arms were getting very pumped and they were tired. So catching that board sideways when you're tired was hard. Then from the sideways board back to another forwards board going upwards. And then I had to dismount off that. And then once I dismounted off that, I thought I was good. But I had no idea how difficult this last obstacle was. Let me give you some context. So Florida doesn't usually get too cold, right? So usually it's pretty sticky and you can always stick yourself to stuff if needed. If you need to like hug an obstacle or get your skin to stick to it, you can. But it was really cold out this day and there's a garage door. So the cold was flowing in, and basically when I grabbed onto the wind chime, I expected that stick that you usually get in Florida, but I started sliding and I was so confused. But after the comp, I realized it was because of the cold air is why they were so slippery. But I tried to get my feet on, then I couldn't, so I tried to wrap my legs around, and these were the wind chimes, and I tried to just get my legs around, and I just couldn't get them. I made one move on them, but then I started sliding. I tried to get back to climb up, and then I fell on the very last obstacle of the course. Guys, I didn't even think it was going to be that hard, but then when I got to it, I realized how hard it really was. That obstacle was actually crazy, and I want to say a big congrats to Brady Parks because he won the entire competition, and he was the only clear on the entire course, only person to complete that obstacle because it was grueling and tough. RJ Roman, congrats to you for 2nd place as well. I ended in 3rd place at this competition, so unfortunately, no, I did not win my first elite competition of the year, but I was still able to podium, keeping my streak of podiums alive. 3 in a row, Austin Ninjas, Obstacle Ninja Academy, and Dragon Fit, all 3 podiums. A 1st place is coming very soon, but you know, that's alright because I really still had a lot of fun at this competition. And now we're going to do a new segment called Top 3. Get ready. We're wasting no time. Top 3 is the new segment on the 𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗖𝗜𝗔 channel. We're at a competition. I'm going to give you my top 3 favorite moments from the course or favorite obstacles from the course. Coming in at number 3, we have the propeller obstacle. That thing was crazy and I was super nervous going into it. I had no idea how hard it was going to be, and being able to clear an obstacle that hard in competition after already being tired was so awesome, and I'm really happy with my performance on that. So propeller obstacle comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the ramp up in difficulty from obstacle 2 to 3. It went from all the way down here to all the way up here like that, and it was crazy, you guys. It was like just some floating monkey bars and cliffhangers, and then it moved straight up to like a UFO and a switch grip and some crazy holds that were just honestly really hard for a 3rd obstacle. So that ramp up in difficulty, that surprise, has to come in at number 2 for me. And coming in at number 1, undoubtedly, was the slippery summit replica, and how I almost died like 6 or 7 times on it, but I was able to get through it. Overcoming obstacles is my favorite part about Ninja, and when you're faced with adversity in life or faced with adversity in Ninja, you gotta overcome it. So an obstacle like that, where you keep falling back and keep getting back and keep doing it and get through it, that's a great metaphor for life, and it's just a great feeling. After I completed it, I was so happy to be off that thing, but I was also so happy because I knew it was a challenge and I was able to overcome it. So Slippery Summit comes in at number 1. Thank you so much to Dragon Fit once again for putting on this competition. I highly recommend the gym for anyone looking for a good gym for a competition. And you know, I kind of want retention to be good on this video, so we're going to abruptly end it right here. Bye!